Now, many of you probably remember that way back in January, we kicked off the 10th year of our WLC and met our 4 new warriors, Janvier, Nadia, Angie, and Michelle. We were all prepared to watch their 5-month journeys, which would wrap up in May. And yet, here we are in November, and the journey continues because COVID. But with the end in sight, Karlyn caught up with the 4 women to check in on where they are now versus where they were then.
Hello, sexy Michelle.
Hello.
Hi, Angie. So great to see you. I know that it has been an extra long journey this year.
He was always there, you know.
When we first started this journey, one of the things you talked about was, the death of your dad and how that was, catalyst for you, binge eating and so forth. And I know this year has been riddled with so much grief, not just the grief of a loved one, but also everyone is just grieving 2020 in terms of our routines and the dreams and the hopes we had and all the big plans we had for the year. Would you say that, just the COVID year and the grief that everyone else is feeling, did that impact you in terms of your dad, remembering your dad?
Yeah, definitely. I feel that I've been missing my dad more.
What would you say so far, has been probably the most enlightening thing you've learned about Janvier?
Wow. Okay. So much. This experience to me has taught me, and I always knew I was a resilient person, but I know without a doubt how resilient I am.
I know when we started this journey, one of the things that we talked about a lot is, how important it was for you to love Michelle again. What would you say to, anyone out there who's probably feeling a bit lost, if they've lost themselves, they're not feeling beautiful? What would you tell them based on your own personal journey of starting this series, not feeling like sexy Michelle, but now you're owning it in every single way? What would you say to them?
Yeah. When I started this challenge, my focus was that I wanted to build the confidence to date again. What I come to the conclusion of, or what I'm focusing on, is it's not that I'm building confidence to date, it's just building the confidence in myself, believing in myself, trusting in myself, learning myself in a way that I never knew before. That being alone is okay. Now, I just feel like I'm growing now, and that I have the confidence to do whatever I want and take on challenges.
Now, Angie, I know that you've been trying new things. What did you try this year? You tried something new this year, which I am in awe of you.
I actually tried, and I would say I was successful at kneeboarding. That was one of my goals when I said at, I think, my very first interview as well.
I love that. And in spite of everything that has happened this year, you kept that one small promise to yourself, which again is not an easy one. And you did it.
I mean, I did fall off the wagon, and, I thought that I would get in trouble, like, what are you doing and whatnot? But that is totally the opposite. I've had nothing but support, and you just start over and you start over. And if I have to start over every day for the rest of my life, I know that it's okay. It just makes you feel so good when you know that you're doing things properly. Journaling, writing out your feelings, getting your feelings out, your emotions, writing them down on paper, because if you hold them in, they're just going to eat away at you, and you will see the effects physically and mentally.
Absolutely. And I love that you said that. I always, say that our bodies are not a container for our emotions. Emotions need an outlet, and we have to get it out.
In this journey in this year, I have become my biggest cheerleader. I pump myself off. I have to get excited for things. So cheer yourself on, believe in yourself.
I think one of the most important things that I've learned is that self-care is super important. That means reaching outside, asking for help and accepting help. You can't do it all on your own. You don't need to do it on your own. And you shouldn't feel like you're any less worthy because you do need help. And I think that's the biggest thing. I don't know that I would have really clicked on that if I hadn't have been given this opportunity.
At the end of the day, I can say through all the ups and downs, I am so thankful that I was able to start this journey, and I'm going to continue on for the rest of my life.
I know your dad is probably smiling down on you right now.
Mhm. Yeah.
If you had to choose one word to describe the journey so far and the journey and being a part of this experience, what would it be?
Love. I don't even have to think about it.
Wow, why love?
Love has been from the moment that I met all of, Tracy, the staff, Dr. Joey, Brett, yourself, Victoria. It has been absolute love. And that has actually what's kept me in a higher space, because it's a blanket. It's a blanket of support, of love.
So much love. It is so wonderful to see how well all of our WLC warriors are doing.